hadn't recorded. I was saying that you can actually earn 2 ways in RoyalQ. I don't know if your mentor had told you about that. Anyway, as I wind up, we have one last one that joined us from Abu Dhabi, and that is Muhammad Semanda. Muhammad, I don't know if I can pronounce it as Mehdi. Yeah, congratulations, and thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for joining Crypto Explorers International. I'm so happy that we have so many international entrants on this call today. It's really beautiful that this information is being scattered across. So guys, make yourself comfortable. You have made one of the best decisions of your life. Just take the business really serious, and you don't even know how much this can get you. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Guys, I'm going to be sharing about the RoyalQ software, and I mean every icon on the app. So you're new, you have just downloaded this app, you have activated your robot, and you don't even know how to go about it. Because I know most people, they just take you through the trade settings, strategy mode, what. But people don't even know how to find the latest of the information on this app. Yet this app is very broad, very broad. Okay. If you see my screen, if you can see my screen, give me a 2. Yeah, give me a 2 in the chat if you can see my screen. I'm not sure if members can actually see my screen. I haven't been on Zoom for some time. Can you guys see my screen? You can give me a 2 in the chat if you can see my screen. You are not seeing my screen? Wow. You know, I changed this phone and now I'm getting problems. So, to show things about trouble. I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong or not sure. So, can you guys see my screen? You can now see my screen. Looks like you can now see my screen. Huh? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving that update. Oh, Bosco 25. You must be on a different Zoom, isn't it? You can't see my screen. And be honest, are you not seeing my screen? I'm displaying apps on my phone. I want a confirmation from Bosco. Are you not still seeing my screen? Okay. So I'm positive that everyone on this call has this app here. You have the RoyalQ, that app there. If you don't have that app, then I don't know how this call is going to be beneficial. You must have it. All right. So when you open your app, looks just like this. It looks like this for all of us. There is no special person who is having a different display. So you must be having this. Must be looking like this. If you want to benefit from this Zoom, you can actually open your own app and be following up. But the good thing is we are recording it, so maybe If some things are not clear, you can always refer to the recorded training on YouTube. So I'm going to start straight away. So your app looks exactly like it's got the home page. Yeah, when you open it, it obviously highlights this home page down here, and this is the display. So what is the first thing that you need to know about this app? Are you seeing that arrow where I have pointed? That is called an exchanger. So when I click on it like this, you're all aware that RareQ gives us up to 10. Are they 8 or 10? They must be like 9. Up to 9 exchangers, meaning your one robot can connect to all the 9 exchangers. These are exchanges. An exchanger is where the trading happens. It is where the cryptocurrencies are actually stored. Here in RareQ, it is just a display of these cryptocurrencies, but they are already in an exchanger. So for you to confirm which exchanges you are using or which exchanger you are actually using, it will have a tick. Now I am using Binance myself. Other people are using as many exchanges as they want. So it's up to you. So here is a this icon or this app you're seeing here, this display where I had put an arrow. It is just a confirmation that I am using Binance as my exchanger. So when you click there, they will have a tick. So if yours is not having a tick, it means you have not binded to any of the exchanges. You just have a display of the RareQ app, but you're not binded it. You have not binded to the exchanger to start trading. So that just gives you a confirmation. So we have these 2 bells. They are called the notification bells. Look closely there. So these bells are called the notification bells. Now, the first bell, let me tap on it. That first bell, it is called the security log notification bell. What is its use? It helps you to know about your login details. Now, a lot of people don't think that this is helpful or they find this useless, but it's very, very important. When you find time and you open your RareQ app, click there. Click there and confirm. Now let me when you click on this like this, it brings mine is already giving me a warning. Account has been used on another device. If you do not recall any recent show events, please change your password immediately to protect your account. The system will also remove all other devices in the process. However, the information that is down here is correct. It shows you the type of phone that logged in, the time, the login address, and the most important thing here is the login address, which is Kampala, Uganda. Now, guys, this is how helpful this is. Your RareQ account, when your security login details, if you click on the details and it is showing you a different login address. For instance, you're here in Kampala. I'll give that as a very live example. You're here in Kampala, but your login detail is showing Nigeria. Your login details is showing address South Africa. Address UAE. But you have never been to UAE. You are here in Uganda, in Kampala. That should raise an alarm because it is a sign that someone is trying to interfere with your account. Or maybe your password has been hacked, something like that. So that is the use of that first bell. It is to confirm that it is only you logging in into your account because the details are always shown by the phone type, date and time, and the address. And the address is the most important. Guys, don't joke. This Royal Q, if someone logs into your account and hacks into it, remember there is money here. There's a possibility that they can interchange maybe your settings, maybe what if they can withdraw your money off your account? You know, when someone hacks into your account, it is possible to do so many things, even if they don't have your passwords. They can do anything to your account, and maybe you can even lose it, you know. Remember, you paid for this software, so this is really serious. So that's other second bell, that second bell here, that one. It is called the order notification. Like it sends or it gives you both the system messages and the order messages. So the system messages, Royal Q is always sending I don't know if you can see this. It is always updating you about what is happening with your Royal Q system. And these messages, the system messages, are sent by Royal Q. Then the order messages are trading trading notifications. For instance, if there is a new buy, if there is a new sell. I don't know whether someone has understood that. So the order messages are more like the buys and the sells. For instance, you can see that here it shows you there is a new buy, there is a new sell. So if you've been wondering where you are supposed to find that information of whether the robot has bought or not bought, you have to check here. You check on that notification bell, that one. Okay. Now that takes us to our next part, which is this here. This is our next part. Now, I want the new members to pay very close attention to this because this is the core. This is the core. These are the icons that you need to be familiar with, at least in your first 2 weeks of joining the business. You should be much aware. So we are going to start with the first one, which is called API. API. I already said I'm going to be kind of brief because we're already time barred, so I'm not going to go into details of these icons, but most probably on our next Zoom, I'll detail it. But the API binding basically helps you to connect your Royal Q bot to your exchanger. So I already said that the Royal Q bot will be so useless if you don't connect it to any exchanger, unless you're not going to be trading. But if you're going to be trading, it means you are going to have to connect it to an exchanger. So to connect your robot to the exchanger, you use or you click that icon called the API binding. So it provides you with an IP or a number that you're actually going to connect to the exchanger so that they can communicate, so that they can be able to communicate, the robot and the exchanger. Because remember, the robot trades inside the exchanger, so it has to access. Now that takes us to our next one, which is called revenue details. Oh, I've already covered it now. A lot of people actually, leader, where can I check my profit? They don't know where their profit is. So if you start trading and you set a trade, when your robot finally sells off and you make your profit according to how you set, just tap on the revenue details and it will automatically show you how much your robot has been able to generate for you from the market. This money appears in dollars and it goes straight to your exchange balance. So the figure that you see on RoyalQ is just it's like a statement. It is like a report, but that money is not on RoyalQ. So you don't look for it anywhere around the revenue details button. Or maybe you try to withdraw it from there because there is no way. The money that you make in profit straight, it just adds itself onto the capital that is in your exchanger. So that is just to show you how much money you've made. It just help you make the calculations, the records, etc. So, and another thing about revenue details is strictly it displays a profit from trading, strictly from trading. So if you're checking profit strictly that has come from trading alone, check the revenue details. Now, it takes us to our next one, which is the reward details, and it is different from the revenue details. This is called the reward details. Now, like it is saying, like it is said reward details. It means it is a reward.
Singa wangambye emisana nga nakakomawo.
Kati kaze kati wotwalidde ekyuma.
I cannot even believe someone can actually do that. Guys. Anyway, I was still telling you that reward details basically displays the profit you have gotten from a reward that you are being given. Now, you know that a reward is given to someone that has done something. So, if you're getting money from here, or if this icon is showing, oh my God, please. Guys, can you turn off your microphones? Whose microphone? Guys, please turn off your microphones. I'm not going to be all the time coming here to mute you all. I can only wonder why someone attends a Zoom and yet they're not even listening. So we have what we call the reward details. I was saying that this money is only given to people that are building a team. Yes, I will put it that way because that is it. If you're building a team, just like I said, in ROIC, you can earn two ways. You can earn from trading alone, which is the profit that you get after investing your capital in the market in cryptocurrencies and get a profit. Or you can do both. You can earn from trading and you can also maybe build your team. Building your team means you are helping other people get started with this business and teaching them how to use the ROIQ software, and ROIQ will reward you. That is what we call, that is why we are seeing the reward details. So this is all the money that you are being rewarded by ROIQ for building a team. So it is the money that comes from your team. So that icon, if you click there and you have 0 USDT, it means you do not have any team and you're only focusing on the revenue details. So don't be surprised every time you click there and there is a 0. So we have what we call asset. So asset, this is the money that is on your ROIQ account that is acting as your fuel fee. I don't know if your leader told you about the ROIQ's fuel fee. ROIQ is a trading robot, and for it to function well, it needs to be provided with fuel. What is the use of the fuel fee? It helps the robot transfer your profit to your Binance account or to your exchanger, wherever that you're trading from. So that process of transferring the profit to the exchanger, that movement, RailQ will need gas fees. Yes. So RailQ works in at 80 to 20% distribution of profit, meaning you as the user, you are entitled to 80% of your profit, and RailQ deducts 20% from the profit that you make. So for instance, if maybe you make $10, if you make $10 as profit, RailQ will deduct $2 from your assets. So you always need to actually supplement your assets. They are not supposed to go below $2. Recently, RailQ actually put 3 ways to deposit on your assets. And now people that are using TRC20 cannot deposit more or less than $50 or $30. But just always make sure that your assets don't go below $2. Make sure you supplement. Why doesn't RailQ deduct this profit, this 20% directly from the profit that you have made? Because RailQ cannot access your money. Meaning, if you don't supplement your assets, then there is no way RailQ is going to be able to do the trading for you, because it cannot touch your profit. Your profit goes straight to your account, but you have to service it. So it is your responsibility to add money on your assets to facilitate the robot to work for you efficiently. Okay, so we have this other thing called invite friend. So invite friend is for people that are willing to build a team. You are good at teaching. You love other people to also explore digital technology. You have people you know that are looking for investment opportunities, but they don't have any. You can invite them. So when I click here, it takes me to this page. Now, sharing your RailQ link is optional. I always mention that on this Zoom because a lot of people confuse this business with MLM. This business has nothing to do with MLM because no one is forcing you to do this. If you do not want to share your RailQ link, do not share it. It is really that simple. Don't share it. But if you're willing to share it, and RailQ is going to reward you. Now, I always ask myself, I grew up as someone who always wanted to be rewarded, actually, because if I did something really good, why won't you reward me? I have put in my energy. So if RailQ has put a reward, imagine, just because you shared your link and someone used it and then you get rewarded, why wouldn't you share the link then? Why? Anyway, I'm not saying that you should actually go and share your link. I will still emphasize that no one is actually forcing you to do this. I'm just telling you that there is a reward for sharing your link. So RailQ pays you 30 USDT when someone actually uses your link. So it's not a free link. That invitation link you're seeing there is not free. That is money floating in air. It is your responsibility to see how best it enters your wallet. And that is your decision. It is really up to you. But I want you to know that this section, that icon, helps you access your link that you can share to anyone that you want, if you actually want. Then we have what we call the user guide. Now, the user guide is for you RoyalQ's esteemed user. I don't know whether you knew that you are actually RoyalQ's customer. You are a user of RoyalQ, and RoyalQ is so much glad to give you a guide. Let me just tap on it slowly. So, are you seeing this? I don't know if people have ever tried to tap here. The only thing you want to know is how much money has the robot made for me. So, this thing is very important, by the way, especially for people whose uplines do not care about them. They join the business and no one is here to guide them. You can actually get the guidance from here. You are the user of RoyalQ. How RoyalQ operates, RoyalQ has explained all in details here. So you can just tap on anything here that you want to find out. If you want to learn about fast present buying price, if you want to learn how to switch on price alerts, are you seeing this? What will happen if my account expires? Transaction records and revenue details, how to choose a circle to join, deposit, activation. I mean, you might not even need your upline about some things. They are here and they are actually detailed. I've just not tapped on them, but they are detailed. So if you want to get more information about this app, you can actually click here. Very, very detailed information for you. So that takes us to our next one, which is the mentor. So I always mention on these Zooms that RoyalQ knew that some people will actually not get help even after joining this business, because most probably maybe they have joined the wrong team and no one is here to help them. But RoyalQ says you can get yourself a mentor. RoyalQ actually rewards these mentors. That is why you need to be extra careful when you're choosing one. Otherwise, they're going to be rewarded for absolute nothing. So you choose a mentor wisely. Who is a mentor? A mentor is a RoyalQ user that has built a team of up to 20 members. So when you're a V2, that is something maybe that will be explained later. But when you build a team and you help as many people as you can to learn about RoyalQ, RoyalQ gives you ability to become a mentor. A mentor is someone that has thorough information about this business and actually knows what to do that the new people don't know. It involves how to trade. It involves how to set the software, how to set the software. It involves how to pick these cryptocurrencies to trade, and all the necessary basic information about RoyalQ. That is what a mentor does, and he gives timely training to those that they mentor. So when you tap here, it takes you to this page. All these people you're seeing here, they are RoyalQ users, and they have been in the business for quite a long time. They have built teams, and I can say maybe they are actually professionals. That is what I can say. They have the information. RoyalQ cannot promote you to be a mentor if you have not done anything. So look out here and find who you are familiar with. If you can see anyone here that you're familiar with, you can actually tap them and make them your mentor. I used to mention a few that are in Explorers that you can actually look out for. You can see Don Vincent is there, Arali, Victor V3, Mavo. You know those people, you always see them in the group. We have Jassy, Lawrence, Prince 2022, that is Prince Vincent, Hartwell. Others are in Explorers. And myself, I use Caro CQ as my mentorship name. So you can just add them. Guys, don't just come to the mentorship button here of RoyalQ and just add anyone that you have not even talked to. You're going to give them access to earn the mentorship bonus for nothing. So first talk to the person and tell them, you know what, I think you're good and I'd love you to be my mentor. So if they say yes, they will guide you through the process of adding them. So when you add them, now make use of that. Frequent their inbox, ask them, because you chose them as your mentor and they're going to be benefiting. So don't take this for granted, guys. It's very important. So the people that have failed to understand settings, people that are not understanding on Zoom, the only solution that you have is to find a mentor that is going to coach you personally. So do the needful. We have the last button, which is called the more icon. Now that more icon takes us to a new page that has this. I know a lot of people never click here at all, but you need to know the things. So the first one is called quantitative. Now that first icon, when you tap on it, I don't know if you've ever tapped on it, but when you tap on it, it takes you to a page that has videos, illustrations, but they're in video form. Illustrations like how to bind on Binance, how to set, no. Let me click on it and let's just see a very small example of what I'm saying. So this quantitative icon takes you here. Are you seeing this first one? It is called the Professional Asset Quantification Platform, RoyalQ Operation Tutorial. What is quantitative trading? Principal income. What is floating loss? What is a trading strategy? I mean, if you're failing to understand on Zoom, or there's no one teaching you this, in your free time, click on your robot, come here, and watch these tutorials. These are actually illustrations. These are videos. And that is how caring RoyalQ is. When something is illustrative, it makes it easy for someone to learn how to do it. For instance, I always see people, how can I bind to Huobi? How can I bind Bybit? The illustrations are here. You don't even need to ask. You see, Bybit API binding tutorial. Come and see the tutorial and then go and bind. Very easy. We have OKX API binding tutorial. I always see people asking about this. How can I bind OKX to my robot? RoyalQ has given all this information in details and it is illustrative. Okay. So in your free time, you can actually check out the quantitative. It's called the quantitative. So we have what you call user benefits. Now you as a user of RoyalQ, it comes with benefits, but it comes to those that are willing to reap the benefits. What do I mean? You're not just going to get the benefits from the blue, from the air. No. You'll benefit from trading because, of course, RoyalQ is here to do that. But the other benefit that I'm talking about is about the team building, the ranking, what. So you as a user, you are entitled to these benefits if you really want them. And it means you are going to build a team. So I cannot go into details of this. There's always a special Zoom on Thursday for this specifically, the user benefits. It explains how you rank up and how those percentages are shared to you as a leader. So we have what we call circle owner. I'm time bad. Circle owner, this is where you sync a strategy with another experienced trader. So there are circle traders or copy traders on RoyalQ that you can sync a strategy with. They actually work hand in hand with that one, my synced strategy. So it means like you copy a strategy of a trader and you fit it in yours. Like this experienced trader or this trader who is also known as a circle owner, you as a novice in trading, you're not so well versed with how to set the robot and all that, you can sync to their strategy. Meaning, how they set their robot or what they fit in those settings is what is going to be fit exactly into yours if you sync to them. And actually, this comes at a fee. 1% of your profit when you sell off goes to them. Like if you use their strategy to set your robot and you make a profit, for instance, if you made $10, $1, sorry, no, 1% of $10, how much is that? It goes to that circle trader that you synced with. So if you want to sync to these circle traders, you can just follow the prompt that they have put, and yeah, just like that, you will sync to their strategy, and now you can always fit it in yours. All right, we have what we call my counselor. So my counselor is the person that directly introduced you to the business, or what we call your upline. Now, I don't know whether someone can be there and you don't know your counselor. If you don't know your counselor, you just click there and it will display one more time for you to know who exactly is your upline, the person you're supposed to disturb. Okay. And the last one is called price alerts. Now, price alerts, some people want these price alerts. What are price alerts? It gives you alerts about how these prices are changing drastically in the market. And this pops out anytime you're using the REC software. I mean, it just pops. You don't always have to be on the market trying to find out how much is BTC, how much is this coin and this coin at this moment. It gives you an alert. And how helpful is this? If this price alert comes, it comes with details of whether the price is now low or now the price is high. And it also tells you whether you can now trade this cryptocurrency or not. For instance, if the CKB price alert is saying CKB has reached its lowest new low or the lowest price, that signalizes that now CKB is cheap and you can actually trade it. Or if it is showing that maybe it has reached its recent new high, because it's always detailed, now you can know that CKB is now overbought or it's in the overbought area, and you can maybe slightly wait for it to retrace back. So price alert just helps you to not always be on the market, monitoring it, finding out how much this coin is at this moment. Can I trade it? Blah, blah. So you can just add the coins you would love to get price alert on from there. Using that plus, you just, it has given me a very good example. Do you see this? Binance Inch stock is, USDT has reached its recent new high. A breakthrough in the highest price within 48 hours at that price, 0.26. Now, if Inch has reached its recent new high, it means the price is now up. It's overbought. So maybe you can go ahead and recheck on the market and find out if the analysis is right. So you see, I would never know how much Inch is trading right now if I didn't get the price alert. So that's how helpful it is. All right, that takes us to our very last part. Unfortunately, I am really, really time bad. Let me just be very, very fast. So this last part is about this here, down here. And these are not very, very important, like they are the first part. So we have this, the strategy. We all know that this is where we do the setting of the robot. Now that is something I will go into details because that's not my lesson. Please endeavor to attend all the other lessons to get more information about how to set. But how you set or where you click when you're going to set your robot, it is here on what we call strategy. Circle is what I've just been talking about. You see what I'm saying? When you're on the app, you can always get this price alerts popping. You just remove it if you don't want to see it. Then we have what I was saying, Circle is the other thing I was saying, that if you want to sync a strategy with a copy trader, you just find them here. Then the news, you can always click there to get the recent updates. We have what we call mine. Now the mine, so I'm going to go a little bit detailed or about something. And here I look at the last 3. So when you click on mine, it takes you to this page, and I want you to know about these last 3: ROIQ feedback, security center, and system settings. Now the ROIQ feedback, you're much aware that you're doing an online business. Now most of these online businesses, they have the customer care desk. I want to remind you that you are an esteemed ROIQ customer because you paid $120 for the software. So you have any right to contact the customer support in case you have trouble, in case there is anything you want to find out. So there's always someone here waiting to answer your questions. So that is what the ROIQ feedback looks like, and that is what you can do there. You can come here and ask them anything that you want. Or maybe, let me type here. What is floating loss? I'm just giving an example. Okay, so you see, I have asked what is floating loss, and they have given me an answer. Floating loss refers to the unrealized losses on an open position that have not yet been realized. So all this detail, you see, ROIQ is explaining for you what floating loss is, because a lot of people are always, why am I floating? What is floating loss? Blah, blah, blah. So you can always ask ROIQ directly. ROIQ will answer any question that you're asking. That is why it has put the ROIQ feedback. So make use of the ROIQ feedback. You can ask it anything that you want. We have what we call the security center. So the security center, listen carefully. All new members on this call, I know you have a new robot. Today, if you have not yet set your transaction password, please set it. Here is what I'm saying. That one. It is called a transaction password. Please set your transaction password. It requires just 4 figures. What is the use of a transaction password? It helps you to withdraw money from your asset. Some of you have really a big amounts of money on your ROIQ asset that is acting as fuel fee. And other people that are building a team, your money comes there, your bonuses. So you need to withdraw that money and use it for your personal benefits. So you need a transaction password. I don't care whether you're going to build a team or not, just have a transaction password. Because a time can come and you actually need to withdraw your fuel fee. You cannot withdraw money from ROIQ if you do not have a transaction password. So if you have a robot that has not been set with a transaction password, please do it immediately. Come here. Mine is already showing that it has been set because I set mine. If you have not yet set yours, it's going to be saying not yet set. So if yours is showing not yet set, click on it and it's going to help you set. So you just set a password that you can actually remember. And please keep it to yourself. Don't share your password because you don't want anyone in your account trying to withdraw your money. Then you can connect your ROIQ to a Google Authenticator, and you can also bind Telegram. You can bind your ROIQ to Telegram. Now, some people that are really tired of the software, I don't know if it can happen to anyone out there, but you can actually delete the account if you want to. I'm not recommending this, but of course, maybe someone out there can ask, hey, how can I delete this account? I am tired of it. So if you're tired of the account, there's an option of deleting it. When you delete the account, you lose it permanently. Yes. So that option is also there. If you want to change your password, that option is also there, but you must be able to remember your security security answers if you want to change your password. I don't recommend changing your password anyway. If you have a feeling that maybe someone is hacking your account, you can change your password, but you need to be remembering your security answers for ROIQ to give you authority to change your password. And that takes us to the last one, which is called the system settings. When I click on it, I always recommend and emphasize two things here, which is the currency and the language. So if your robot is displaying Chinese or French or Spanish and you're not familiar with that language, please just tap on language and adjust back to English. As simple as that. Then currency, for those that are in Uganda, please click here and change to UGX. What does this mean? The robot will display both dollar and UGX. It will convert for you directly. For instance, if you've made $10 on your revenue details, it will display in dollars, and at the same time, it will show how much that is in UGX. Now, for people that are in other countries, for instance, Nigeria, Rwanda, you can choose the currency symbol of your country, meaning it will show both in dollars and in the country currency, in the currency of the country that you're in, so that you can know, oh, I have made this amount of money. Because some people don't know how to convert directly these dollars immediately before they can maybe confirm on exchanges or anything. So if you don't want your robot to not only be displaying only dollars for you, and you want to know how much money that is in your currency, come here on system settings, click currency and change it. Just choose the currency. You can see here, there are so many. Okay. Also, there is a logout button here. Some of you never log out of your account. Guys, don't keep your account open like that. Your ROIQ account keeps open forever. Someone will get hold of your phone and will just tap and ROIQ will open. Log out of your account if you're not using the account. You'll log out. When you come back, you will log back in, because someone may get hold of your phone and is going to be checking how much money you have on your ROIQ, what you're trading, blah, blah, blah. So log out of the account so that you are safe, that it is only you trying to access it. All right. This has been really a long lesson. I don't know if I still have people on this Zoom. I haven't been checking here. All right, guys. We have come to the end of the presentation. I'm going to give about 3 minutes for any supplement or any questions. If there is something that was not clear to you, you can write that for me in the chat. I only have about 3 minutes to answer or to make clarifications. Unless if you have understood the lesson tonight, you can maybe give me a 1 in the chat. If the lesson has been very clear, please give me a 1 in the chat. If you have queries, write them. Stasra Linda has understood the lesson. Does it mean the rest of the people did not listen or have not understood? Shalwa Be, thank you so much for attending this lesson. You are actually going to be conducting this lesson in our group. So Shalwa, I'm very sure that you are now conversant on how this lesson is facilitated, because it is you going to be conducting it in our team, in my team actually. So you be aware about that. I hadn't told you yet, but that's it. I'm glad Reiki finally answered my feedback by adding my country currency, Cameroon. Oh, that is good for you. Yeah, you can always consult the Reiki feedback anytime that you want. If you're not seeing the currency symbol of your country, you go to Reiki feedback and ask it. Maybe probably it can actually add it for you. Julius Kankaka, I was not expecting you on this call. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you've really learned. Blessing, Aisha. We have Tembo Wycliffe. What can I do if I don't recall my authentic questions and I want to change my transaction password? When you want to change your transaction password, Reiki will not ask you about your security feature. Reiki only asks you about your security answers if you want to change your RoyalQ password, the password you use to log in into RoyalQ. However, if you don't remember the answers, I regret to tell you that there is no way out. It is either you keep the password that you already have, or you lose the account. There is no shortcut, Thembo. So you must remember the security feature, or you leave the password. And actually, by the way, on a very, very serious note, if anything happens to your account, unfortunately, maybe it blacks out or you can no longer log in, and you are not remembering your security answers, it is a gone case. You are going to lose the account. RoyalQ does not have the forgot password icon. You will remember the security feature, or you will lose the account. There is nothing in between. So make sure that you wrote down the security answers, actually, guys. It's very important, very, very important. I last heard that maybe a V6 or maybe the V5s, they're the only ones that can maybe have the authority to help people recover their accounts in case people have failed to actually remember the answers. But how many V-files do you have access to? And actually, they can even decide not to help out, or even they may not be in position to help. So to be on the safer side, make sure that you wrote your security feature somewhere very safe. If anything happens to your account, just refer. Kyobe Brand, you're saying revenue details. What about the revenue details? Didn't you understand when I said revenue details? Like, you have not given me an insight. Do you want more explanation on the revenue details? What didn't you understand about revenue details? Oh, I said revenue details clearly shows you how much money you have made from trading. And it is here. Look. You see this icon? You have it on your robot. When you set a trade in RoyalQ and it goes in the market, for instance, you are trading with $100 and you ask RoyalQ to give you 2% take profit, and the market makes the 2%. When the market makes 2% and your robot closes positions and gets out of the market, it gives you that profit. To know how much money you had made in that trade, that specific trade, it will be showing in the revenue details and it will be showing in dollars. However, I said that money is not on RoyalQ. Just come on that revenue details and confirm that, oh, I have made $10. Then go to your Binance or your exchanger and confirm. If you are trading with $100 and you have made 4 USDT as profit, your capital or your portfolio on your exchanger should be showing or reading 104. And RegQ will have deducted a 20% from the assets. So confirm 2 things. Confirm the profit in your Binance account or any other exchanger. Also confirm the 20% that has been deducted. Some people literally thought that RegQ deducts more money from their assets. Never. If you want clarification, confirm with the calculator. If you have made $10, go and see how much fuel fee was deducted. Otherwise, the revenue is just a display of how much money you have made from trading. Also, it shows you the amount of money you have made from the margin calls. It is the same thing. Even if your trade is still running in the market, ROIQ can sell off some sub positions and it automatically gives you that profit, which is also shown in the revenue details. Okay, Chobe Brand says it's now very clear. That is good. So guys, I think we do not have any other questions. How frequent is one supposed to set trade? I'm new here, thanks. Susan, at what time did you join this Zoom? You must have joined in the last minute because how frequent is one supposed to set a trade? You're not supposed to set trade frequently. Like if you have your capital and you set a trade, if it is still running in the market, then you cannot set another, especially if you don't have any capital left. If your trade sells, then you can set another trade. But you're not supposed to be frequenting the market all the time. Unless you really have enough money to be trading, then you can frequent the market. Who pays the mentor? ROIQ does that. That's why I was very, very cautious about how you choose the mentor and who the mentor should be. Because ROIQ, like when you add them, when you click that plus sign and add them as your mentor, it displays on your robot that this is my mentor. Your mentor is entitled to a certain percentage that is actually always deducted from your fuel fee. It's not deducted directly from your profit, but remember, ROIQ charges you a fuel fee, the 20%. Now, a certain percentage from the 20% that is deducted when you make a profit goes to the mentor. You see? That's why I was saying frequent your mentor's inbox. Make very use of them because they're getting paid. Okay, so guys, I think we are really late. It's 25 minutes past 11. Can you choose more than one mentor? You only have access to up to 3 mentorship choices. If you choose your first mentor and is not helping you, ROIQ gives you a chance to choose one other mentor. When your one other mentor is not helping you still, ROIQ gives you a chance to choose one last mentor. If you choose if you exhaust the 3 mentorship choices, you can no longer choose another mentor. And remember, you're not going to come to anyone who's inbox, those leaders, and tell them, hey, I want you to be my mentor. And you're not choosing them as your mentor. You have exhausted all your choices. They will not help you. If you cannot add them as your mentor, they will not help you. So make sure that you're cautious when you're choosing mentors, because if your first mentor does not help you, you only have 2 chances left. And if your chances are exhausted, it means you can no longer have a mentor. That's it. Then we have, meaning I pay for mentorship. ROIQ, Sasra Linda, You going and looking out for a mentor. This person is going to give you mentorship. Royal Q pays them for doing that. How does Royal Q pay them? When you trade Kusasira and make a profit, remember I told you this thing is shared in 80 to 20%. You take 80%, Royal Q deducts 20% from you because you put that money on your assets. That money, the 20% that Royal Q deducts when you make a profit, there's a certain percentage it distributes to your mentor. So, in other words, it's like, I don't know. That's why I said make very use of the mentor, because the mentor is getting paid. Don't let the mentor get paid for nothing when they are not actually helping you. Can't I choose you to be my mentor since you're my upline? Of course, you can choose me. Go and look out for Carol CQ. Carol, then CQ. Then add. If you don't know how to do that, I'll help you. We have, actually, I'll also mention that your mentor can be anyone, even if it's not your upline. A lot of people think that their uplines should strictly be their mentors. No. If you find out that someone has more information and is well equipped, more than your upline, they can be your mentor. It does not necessarily have to be your upline. However, your upline can be your mentor as long as they are a middle broker and above, a middle rank and above. If you add capital, you set other strategy or you can set a new one. If you want, you can adjust your settings when you add capital by opening up more margin calls, or you can set another trade. It is really your choice. You'll always need to consult your mentor before you do those adjustments to get more clarification. They can either advise you to add more margin calls or set another trade. Yes, that's why I said you need a mentor. Okay, guys, thank you so much for attending this Zoom. I really appreciate people that have been here till now. I've not been able to display my video on this call, but next Monday, I'll be able to display the video so that you can know who is actually behind behind the what? The microphone. I don't know if I have Leader Vincent still on this Zoom. He's the one supposed to actually close it, but I think he's already off. He's already off. So thank you so much, guys, and I wish to see you. Maybe if there are some things you've not understood well, you can come and attend the Monday Zoom of next week. That's when I'm going to be on the call. Thank you so much, and I wish you a good night. Yeah.